Welcome back, everyone. Today we're tackling a question so many parents ask when shopping for toys: wooden or plastic play kitchens? Which one's actually better for your child?
Right? And it goes beyond aesthetics or price. There are some real differences in safety, durability, and how these toys support development.
Exactly. So let's start with safety, because that's usually top of mind. What makes wooden play kitchens safer?
Well, wooden kitchens are typically made from sustainable, biodegradable wood with non toxic finishes. Many use water based paints or oils that are free from harmful chemicals like BPA or phthalates, which can show up in some plastic toys.
That's reassuring.
Plus, the construction is sturdier. Wooden kitchens are heavier, so they're less likely to tip over when kids are playing. Plastic ones can be lightweight, which sounds convenient, but that also means they can topple easily with energetic toddlers.
That makes sense. I mean, no parent wants to worry about sharp edges or something collapsing during playtime. What about durability? I've heard plastic kitchens can crack pretty easily.
Oh, definitely. Plastic play kitchens are prone to cracking, peeling stickers, and fading colors over time. They're made from cheaper materials, so they just don't hold up. Wooden kitchens, on the other hand, are built to last for years, even generations. You can pass them down to younger siblings or keep them as heirlooms.
So it's really a long-term investment. Speaking of which, let's talk price. Wooden kitchens are more expensive up front, right? We're looking at around 70 to 150 pounds compared to 30 to 70 for plastic.
True, the initial cost is higher. But when you factor in longevity and the fact that you won't need to replace it every couple of years, wooden kitchens often offer better value. Plus, they have decent resale potential if you ever want to sell them.
Good point. Now, how do these play kitchens actually help with child development? Have you ever wondered what kids are really learning when they're pretending to cook?
So much. Role play in play kitchens boosts creativity and imagination. Without all the flashy lights and sounds you get with some plastic versions, kids create their own stories and scenarios. They're not just following preset patterns.
I see, makes sense.
They also develop fine motor skills, turning knobs, handling utensils, stacking plates. All of that builds hand-eye coordination and dexterity. And problem solving comes into play when they figure out how to arrange food or create pretend recipes.
That's fascinating. So there's more happening than just fun and games. There's real learning taking place. You know, my niece got a wooden kitchen last year, and she spent months pretending to run her own bakery. The creativity was endless.
That's a perfect example. That open-ended play really lets children's imaginations run wild. And honestly, watching them invent their own scenarios is way more entertaining than any electronic toy with preset buttons.
Haha, true. Though I have to say, the plastic kitchens with all those sound effects can keep a toddler busy while you're trying to make dinner. There's something to be said for that.
Fair point. They do have their perks for keeping kids engaged in the short term.
Now, that point about open-ended play sets up our next piece: the aesthetic and environmental impact. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
At Little People's Cove, we create thoughtfully designed play solutions for both classrooms and homes, with a special focus on dramatic play and wooden play kitchens that inspire imagination and real world learning. Our products are crafted to support creativity, social development, and hands on exploration, helping children build confidence, communication skills, and independence through meaningful play based experiences. Learn more at littlepeoplescove.com.
Picking up on open-ended play, how does the design of wooden kitchens support that creativity compared to plastic?
Wooden kitchens have this timeless, neutral aesthetic. They often come in calm colors that blend with home decor, unlike the bright, flashy plastic versions that can clash with your living room. This simplicity encourages kids to use their imagination rather than being distracted by bells and whistles.
And they look better in your house, which is a nice bonus for parents.
Absolutely. You can even customize wooden kitchens with paint or add features like hooks and shelves. I remember reading about a designer who custom painted one and added magnetic knife racks for art supplies, turned it into a multifunctional piece that actually anchored the room beautifully.
That's such a clever idea. Now, let's talk environmental impact. How do wooden kitchens stack up against plastic in terms of sustainability?
Wooden kitchens are far more eco friendly. Wood is a renewable resource, and many are crafted from FSC certified timber sourced through responsible forestry. The manufacturing process leaves a smaller carbon footprint compared to plastic production, which involves harmful emissions and pollutants.
And what happens at the end of their life cycle?
Wood is naturally biodegradable and recyclable. It breaks down over time without leaving harmful residues, unlike plastic, which can take centuries to decompose and often ends up in landfills. So, choosing wood means you're supporting a circular economy.
That's a huge plus for environmentally conscious families. So, to everyone listening, if you're weighing your options, think about what matters most: safety, durability, development, or sustainability. Wooden kitchens tend to check all those boxes.
Right. Plastic kitchens can be fine for short term use or if budget is really tight. They're lighter, easier to move, and come with more accessories like realistic lights and sounds. But if you want something that lasts and supports deeper play, wooden is the way to go. I mean, these wooden kitchens really are built to last. They're a proper investment.
And let's be real, assembly and maintenance matter too. Wooden kitchens do require more detailed assembly, but once they're built, they're rock solid. Any tips for keeping them in good shape?
Definitely keep them away from water. Wood can be vulnerable to damage if kids spill liquids on it. Wipe spills immediately and avoid placing the kitchen near humid areas. Regular dusting and occasional touch ups with non toxic paint can keep it looking fresh for years.
Makes sense. And for parents worried about small parts or splinters, what should they look out for?
Uh, Check for smooth, refined edges and non toxic finishes. High quality wooden kitchens are designed with safety in mind, so sharp edges and splinters shouldn't be an issue. Just inspect the toy periodically for any wear and tear.
Perfect. So the takeaway here is that wooden play kitchens offer safety, durability, developmental benefits, and environmental responsibility. They're a superior long-term investment that grows with your child and even blends beautifully into your home.
Exactly. Wooden kitchens foster creativity, fine motor skills, and problem solving while providing a tactile, sensory rich experience. They're toys that can become cherished family memories.
Well said. Thanks so much for breaking this down with us today. And to all of you out there, happy shopping and happy playing.